For centuries, humans have gazed up at the night sky and pondered one very important. Are we alone? If the discovery of dimethyl sulfide on this very faraway planet is any indication, the answer might be not even close to being alone. That's right. Scientists believe they may have just discovered proof of alien life after detecting a certain chemical that is found in our oceans here on Earth. And it turns out there are a lot more discoveries happening right now in space that you should know about. So let's get started. In this video, we'll cover a lot of complex stuff, so if you find it interesting, do us a favor and like this video. It helps others find it too. Now let's go back to outer space. Let's start with what happened recently and why scientists were able to spot this amazing chemical. The discovery was made by a team of researchers using NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, JWST. The telescope is designed to see things that are very far away, which is why it's located at Lagrange Point 2, a place in space that is about 1.5 million kilometers from Earth. From here, it can observe things in space without interference from Earth's atmosphere. The telescope focuses on infrared light, which allows it to see things that are very cold or very far away. In fact, some of the things it's seen are so far away that their light has been stretched to the point where it's no longer visible light, but infrared. JWST is a powerful tool that has already made some amazing discoveries. For example, it recently captured the first image of a planet outside of our solar system. The image shows K2-18b, a gas giant about 700 light-years from Earth. But this latest discovery is perhaps even more exciting. The researchers were observing a planet that is about twice the size of Earth and orbits a star that's about 120 light-years away. The planet is known as K2-18b, and it's very interesting because it's in the habitable zone of its star, which means that it could have liquid water on the surface. This makes it a prime target for astronomers looking for signs of life. And with JWST, they were able to detect the presence of DMS, a molecule that's only produced by living things here on Earth. Okay, before we move on, let's take a second to break down what we just said. A light year is the distance that light travels in 1 year, about 9.46 trillion kilometers. So this planet is really far away. We're talking so far that it takes the light from the planet 120 years to reach our eyes. If that doesn't blow your mind enough, check this out. The planet itself orbits its star every 11 days. That means that 1 year on this planet is 11 days long. That's insane. And K2-18b is not the only planet that's been found in this star system. There's also K2-18c, which is about 3 times the size of Earth. It's also in the habitable zone, but it's further away from its star, so it's much colder. It's thought that K2-18b is a Hycean world. Hycean planets are a newly discovered class of planets that are similar to Earth but have vast oceans of hydrogen on their surfaces. They were only discovered in 2020, and scientists think that they could be even more common than water-based planets like Earth. It's thought that these planets form in a similar way to gas giants, but then they lose their atmosphere over time. This leaves them with a thin layer of hydrogen on their surface, which can create a massive ocean. These oceans could be salty and full of dissolved minerals, and they could have a wide range of temperatures, from below 0 degrees Celsius to over 100 degrees Celsius. Some scientists even think that these planets could have life forms that are adapted to living in such extreme environments. On K2-18b, the pressure is more than 1,000 times that of Earth, and the temperature is around 200 degrees Celsius. But why are we so interested in finding life on these planets? Well, for one thing, it would obviously be a huge scientific discovery. It would also tell us a lot about the universe and our place in it. If there is life out there beyond Earth, it means that we're not alone. It means that there are other planets that are suitable for life, and that there could be many more Earths out there with their own unique forms of life. Finding life elsewhere in the universe would also raise some profound philosophical questions. It would challenge our understanding of what it means to be alive, and it would force us to re-examine our place in the natural world. It would also be a great source of knowledge. By studying life on other planets, we could learn more about how life began and evolved on Earth. It could also help us understand the origins of our own species and the forces that have shaped human history. Ultimately, the discovery of life on another planet would be one of the greatest discoveries in human history. It would change our understanding of the universe and our place in it forever. So now that we know a little bit more about Hycean worlds and why scientists are excited about them, let's talk about this recent discovery. As we mentioned earlier, the researchers on this project were using JWST to look at K2-18b when they made their discovery. They were able to detect the presence of DMS in the planet's atmosphere. This is a huge deal because, as far as we know, DMS is only produced by living things on Earth. DMS is released by phytoplankton in our oceans when they photosynthesize. It's also released by some land plants and soils. But by far, the largest natural source is the ocean. When the phytoplankton in our oceans photosynthesize, they produce DMS as a byproduct. This DMS then gets released into the atmosphere where it can travel around the globe. We know that DMS plays a role in cloud formation, and it also seems to affect the climate. But perhaps most exciting to scientists is the fact that DMS is only produced by living things. That means that if it's found elsewhere in the universe, it could be evidence of life. And that's exactly what happened with K2-18b. The researchers were able to detect the presence of DMS in the planet's atmosphere, which suggests that there could be life on the planet. Of course, this is just a tentative result. More observations will need to be made to confirm it. But it's still an exciting discovery that raises the possibility of life on this very far-away planet. Now, this is where things get really interesting. K2-18b is thought to have a thick atmosphere that's mostly made of hydrogen. This atmosphere creates a runaway greenhouse effect that keeps the planet very hot. But under the thick atmosphere, it's thought that there's a layer of liquid water. This makes K2-18b a potentially habitable world, even though it's so far away from its star that it's very cold. The researchers also detected signs of water vapor, methane, and carbon dioxide in the planet's atmosphere. This is important because it suggests that K2-18b could have a liquid water ocean. Water vapor, methane, and carbon dioxide are all key ingredients for life as we know it. They're the same things that make Earth habitable. Okay, now let's talk about some of the next steps in this research. The researchers are planning to use JWST to observe K2-18b again in the near future. This will allow them to gather more data and look for other signs of life. They're also hoping to use other telescopes to observe the planet. One of the goals is to study the planet's atmosphere in more detail and look for other signs of life. The researchers are also looking for other Hycean planets that they can study. They believe that these planets could be more common than Earth-like planets, and they're hoping to find one that's even more hospitable to life. What does all this mean for the search for extraterrestrial life? Well, the discovery of DMS on K2-18b is certainly an exciting development. It raises the possibility that we're not alone in the universe and that there could be life on planets that we never thought possible. Of course, more work needs to be done, but the discovery of DMS is a promising sign. We know that there are billions of planets out there that could potentially support life. All we need to do is find them. With new technology like JWST, we're closer than ever to making this discovery. Who knows? Maybe we'll find life on K2-18b, or maybe we'll find it somewhere else entirely. But one thing is for sure, the search for life elsewhere in the universe is one of the most exciting adventures that humanity has ever undertaken. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Do you think there's life on other planets? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button.